Sports City, chefs, Sports City, chefs. Yeah. Cabby, Taj.
Sports City, what's going on, man? It's your boy Serious, back with another edition of Finger Foods, an exclusive here on Sports City Chefs and SportsCityChefs.com. As always, I like to say before we get started, if you're not currently a subscriber, I would definitely urge you to become a subscriber right here on YouTube by hitting that post notifications, hitting that bell, and subscribing, leaving a comment, and just interacting with us. We are also on a plethora of other platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So if you like the content that we bring to you on a regular basis, I definitely would like to urge you guys to consider becoming a subscriber, becoming a follower, and becoming a part of the Sports Cities family. As I always say, these thoughts and these feelings are those of my own and do not represent the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, or the Sports City Chefs Network. I think for the very first time in a very long time, I come into these finger foods episodes and I'm very, very pleased with what I saw on Sunday. Both offense, defense, and special teams worked like a cohesive unit for the first time all season. If you look back to what I've said previously, I have praised one side of the football and crucified the other, and I can't do that this week. Let me break it down for you guys. Defensively, we held the number one rushing team to right around 96 yards rushing. And the bulk of that came on one particular play. Nick Chubb averaged about 3.5 yards a pop on Sunday, which is a testament to what I spoke about previously about getting off blocks, playing assignment and gap disciplined football, and getting defenders on the ground. We were able to generate pressure pretty much all day and made things very, very difficult for Baker Mayfield and that offense to gain any type of traction. Our secondary held up pretty well on Sunday. I really felt as though Joe Hayden and company made things very, very difficult. Odell had 1 catch for 9. Jarvis Landry was pretty much his primary weapon of choice. And he got loose a little bit, didn't really kill us. Ended up fumbling the ball, missing some key 3rd and 4th down conversions late. David Njoku kind of got going there a little bit in the second half, but again, once the adjustment was made, he was pretty much nullified. So my secondary did its job. Keith Butler, for as much egg as I've thrown at you early on in the air, if you threw a couple shells my way, I wouldn't be mad at you, bro. You called a phenomenal game. You managed to put people in positions to make plays and be successful. The defense tackled and wrapped up. I've seen maybe only 1 or 2 missed tackles on Sunday's game, so I'm appreciative of your efforts. I need to see that going forward. Offensively, look, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't slinging the ball all over the yard and, running for 25 yards a clip. It was efficient. It got the job done. It was mistake-free to a fault a little bit. Like, again, we still had a lot of pre-snap penalties, but we didn't turn the ball over. Each drive ended either with a kick, via the punt, or is going forward on 4th down due to Boswell getting concussed, which I will talk about here in a minute. Offensive line, all of you guys to a man did your thing. I was very, very, very pleased with how little I heard of Myles Garrett or Jadeveon Clowney. They did not affect the game. They did not wreak havoc in our backfield. They did not make things difficult for us. And we were able to run the football. We were able to get guys on second and third levels. Ben had time to survey the field a couple times, and when you have that type of time in your pocket, it makes things very, 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 very good for the offense as far as moving the football. I can't say enough about Pat Freiermuth. His ability to rise to the occasion when called upon. We were without Eric Ebron on Sunday. And Pat Freiermuth, as well as Gentry, really answered the bell when their number was called. The touchdown is going to get a lot of the headlines, rightfully so, but they were willing and able blockers. They made combat catches. They were available on third downs and second and shorts to keep the chain moving and keep us ahead of schedule. And I commend you all for that. James Washington, he's a guy who, in my opinion, is being misused, honestly. But when his number was called, he delivered for us. And I appreciate his efforts. The final drive there where we pretty much iced it, I have to tip my cap to Ben Roethlisberger and Matt Canada there. Once again, if you've been here throughout the duration of the season, I have dragged Matt Canada. As a matter of fact, I told him to turn in his key card and his playbook. That slant there to kind of ice the game was big time. It was big time. I'm not too sure who called it. I'm not too sure whose idea it was. But ballsy call. At that particular moment, I'd much rather us win the game on offense than to put it back on our defense. That's just how I'm cut. I'd rather win the game with the football than to depend on our defense to hold it for us. I've seen too many fluky things happen. So with the lead and the football, let's just nail it down and get out of the stadium. So salute to you guys for making that call at that particular moment. Deontay, great job. Staying in bounds, catching it, getting upfield, protecting it. So overall, good team win. Mike Tomlin, my guy, I love you, bro. I definitely am picking up what you're laying down, where you're speaking about not running from adversity, as well as, embracing it and not being shy. And being calculated in your pursuit of victory, but the fake field goal nearly cost us the game. I understand that, again, your post game, you took responsibility for it, so for that, I'm not gonna, dogpile on you. But for me, there was no reason for that type of game. There was no reason for that. Defense was playing significantly well. We get the ball coming out of halftime. It just created a whole mess of more problems than we needed. Now, granted, the guy stood up and made it a non-factor, getting the win and whatever. But let's be smarter. We got some things lie ahead that I need you to be smarter about. Points at any moment are points. There was no, in my opinion, there was no reason to go for that third. Even if it worked, I would have still been on this network yelling at you about it. That was a 10-point potential swing right there. But I'll keep it moving. With that being said, we have the Chicago Bears coming up next Monday night. A very, very, very winnable game, as I alluded to. However, We have been accustomed to playing down to our opponents and looking ahead to another week. This is a game that we should dominate on both sides of the football. The rookie quarterback, Justin Fields, kind of gives me cause for pause, as I am a Penn State football fan. So him being from Ohio State, I've seen a lot of this guy over the course of his season, over the course of his career, excuse me. So I understand what he's capable of. But we just got to go out there and just get it done. I'm not going to accept any type of excuses. I'm not going to accept any type of, well, this, is a bad week or anything like that. I'm not accepting that this week. Go get the job done. It's on Monday night. It's in prime time. A perfect time for you to showcase your talents and skills and abilities in front of your peers and friends and family members. Get the job done. With that being said, I thank you all for your time. As I customly say as I close, once again, if you're not currently a subscriber, I really would urge you guys to become a subscriber. I want to give a shout out to our brothers and sisters over there at Clubhouse, the barbershop, hosted by TP Thomas, the homie Groove, and a bunch of other guys over there who just make it fun. Again, if you like the content that you hear on a regular basis, jump over there. You get that plus some. Be on the lookout for merchandise and things coming down the pike on our website, the blogs, the interviews, and things of that nature. Also wanted to say, if you are listening and would like to become a sponsor, we do have sponsorship packages available for purchase, and either myself or Barry or TP or somebody get in contact with either one of us, and we'll be able to hook you up and kind of have a sit down with you or via Zoom or whatever, and kind of make that happen for you and your business. With that being said, God bless. I will catch you guys on the next one.
Sports City, chefs, Sports City, chefs, yeah. Cabby, Taj.